Okay, so this has been called the best dice set by Bone Thrower. I have no reason to doubt him. You just got to be able to throw it in the correct way. You know, my particular style I'm going to try today is in line. So, I mean, in essence, it's not really a 4-1-5-6 for me. I'm going to be throwing it like this, so it's going to be a 4-5-5-4. I'm going to throw it in line. I'm going to be crashing the wall. I might even hit the wall first. I don't know, but that's my goal: is to hit the wall. You know, almost immediately after it lands. And we're gonna run it through Bone Tracker, and I'm gonna try and throw. I don't even know how many I'll throw, but in this video I'll throw 36. But this is how I'll be gripping it right here. I'm just gonna grip the top, put my finger right here beside it, and then just like slide back and then throw it. Like that. When I hit the wall first, that's all right. I don't mind. It's a hard 10. As long as I don't go short, is probably the worst thing I can do is to go short. At least in my experience so far, trying this. This is the first time I've started tracking it, so we'll see how it goes. So 1, 4, 5. Kind of the goal of this is to have one die go off axis. Don't really want both to go off. It's a hard 4. And the thing about this is, at least when I was playing with it earlier with a different, different grip, it was pretty much all over the place. You couldn't, you were going to go longer, but there was no guarantee you were going to hit the numbers you were trying to hit. 4, 1, 5, 6. Okay. So, I'm trying a different dice set and see if it gives a little more standard results or I don't know what you would call it. I'm looking for inside, outside, whatever, box numbers. And see if it's consistent in any way. That's 5, 1, 6. And I guess the second goal of this is to have a 1 or a 6, but not have both in the number. Oh, that was a little crazy. Yeah. Pause. All right, I had to dig a dice out of the back. It went off. All right, so let's try that again. 4, 1, 5, 6. At least that's how I set it up on the side. I don't really look at the front or the back facing. I look at the side facing on these in this case. See, I threw that one short. There's a 7. It's almost anytime I though it's short, the randomness makes it not so random a 7. If that makes sense. So yo, 6-5 yo. And obviously it's not every time, but a large portion of the time that I throw a 7 is because I throw it short. Snake eyes. Hard 8. Yeah, that time I hit the wall first. I don't know if you can see that well. I could turn this up just a little bit to make sure you can see the top. Short. Got away with that one. 1, 3, 4. And it wasn't terribly, well, one die was short. The other one was pretty much on. But they broke apart a little bit in the air, so. Three craps, 2, 1, 3. As you can see, the numbers are just all over the place. Which, yeah, I don't know. You're wanting to do that for the ATS, so that's a good thing, I suppose. One thing it hits less of is 7s, apparently, which we all want that. At least in theory. So 4, 1, 5. Four, 5, 9. It's a 6-5 yo. Hit the wall first on that one. Like I said, I'd rather hit the wall first than throw it short. It's a hard 10. It's a 1, 4, 5. I haven't really been paying attention on the 1s and 6s. But when I go review it, I'll check that out. short. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I guess as long as one of the die gets close, then you got less of a chance. I don't know. Or maybe it's just completely random. Which I think this particular style of throwing is it's you're sort of embracing the random, but you are throwing the dice in such a way that the random is less likely to hit you, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how this works. I just know that, you know, basically the guy that got me into this by watching watched a video that randomly popped up in my feed, and then I ended up watching them all, which is Bone Throwers video or videos, and the guy is amazing. There's no doubt about that. Very smart. If he says this is the perfect dice set, I have no reason not to believe him. Snake eyes. Is it going to come up? No. Let's try it again. There we go. And I thought his latest video was amusing, talking about these dice from Amazon, and they're, basically they're not the same as the casino dice. So when you use these to practice, which I am doing, and you go to the casino, the results may not be the same. Snake eyes again. As a matter of fact, they probably won't be the same. But it's what I have. Can't get real casino dice, so other than the ones that have been stamped or drilled or whatever, 516. Completely got away with that one. I guess could have just been my perception that every time I went short I got a 7, because it certainly hasn't happened during this video, because I've been short 4 times more or less and I only had the 7 once. So 415. But so far, and I just threw it a bunch of times trying to figure out a landing zone. And then this is I'm starting to record it now. I'm going to go at least 144. I might just do a whole book of these at 720 and see what happens. It's 459. I did put together my my spreadsheet so that I can put in, I can change dice sets, whatever. As long as I have the correct dice set in the entry field, it creates you got your toss results, and I created a toss faces. which puts the face of the dice that was, you know, on top, I guess, yeah, for each die. And it's pretty cool. 1, 2, 3. Once you transfer those over to another spreadsheet where I basically do the opposite, I put the face up there, and then it fills in the numbers based on whatever dice set you put into the value. It'll switch them around, and it's interesting. I like it. It allows you to, you know, play with dice sets but still maintain how you are throwing overall. You know, one dice set might not be good, but at least it's a 3, 2, 5. One dice set might not be good, but you still learn from which faces are. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You know, or landing where. So, you know, as long as you input your data correctly, you'll get good output, and you'll be able to just, you know, modify whatever numbers you want on the dice and see what kind of results you would get from that. You almost don't even need, no, I mean, you need to throw. You gotta practice. But if you want to get an idea of what's going on with your dice, that's going to be the easiest way to do it. I mean, if nothing else, you can just sit there and look and say, oh, I hit the back right, 6 times in a row, or whatever you want to, whatever happens, like I see, just looking at what I've got in there right now, I see a lot of tops for the left eye and a lot of rights for the, a lot of rights and tops for the right eye as well. So they're, that's just looking at it at a quick glance. And maybe I'll probably just do a video next time on just the process of doing this and see what you guys think about it. It's a 2, 3, 5. It's a 4, 5, 9. I'm sure this can backfire, and then you hit a whole bunch of 7s or something if you just do something wrong, or that was really, that was a bad throw, and random gods are not being unkind to me now. They're loving you. But you can also throw it perfect. I have thrown it exactly like I'm trying right now and hit a couple of 7s in a row. I mean, it could just be that I tilted the die a little to the right or to the left, or or who knows what exactly happened on those, but there's not a whole lot of those happening where you hit 2 in a row. So 1, 3, 4. 6.5 yo. Guess you can't really see those there, can you? There, that's a little better. I didn't realize that that glare was on them. It's a 4.610. Three, 2, 5. I don't know if it's just that one spot where you can't see it, or maybe a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right is better. So 1.56. Let's see. Yeah. I guess that's from my window. There you go. 1.56. Hard 8. Hit the wall first. And this will be my last through for this. Obviously I'll fill in the rest at some point. Once I finish it. Once I get my 144 or so in, I'll put the numbers out there. Hit the wall again. That's a 3.25. So that's that. I just looked over and noticed that I hit 1.7 in that whole roll so far. I don't know how many times I got a 1, how many times I got a 6. That's kind of the goal of this set, is to get a 1 or a 6, but not necessarily both. It's pretty random. I bet I probably hit some type of ATS on that. Anyway, about out of time, and give it a shot.